Good afternoon. I'm Dan Noonan, Digital Resources Archivist here at OSU. Today I'm joined by my kids and several other fellow students from Evening Street Elementary School in Worthington, who are also neighbors in the village of Riverlea, as well as children of OSU faculty. Our opening reading was performed by Emma and Maggie Potter, a 5th grader and 3rd grader respectively. Their family is our bus stop host family, the best school bus stop in the world. Who else had donuts on Valentine's Day, or who has an end-of-the-year potluck school bus pancake breakfast before getting on the bus? Oh yes, and their dad is a professor in the College of Engineering here at OSU. We're also joined by the McGilvray girls, Eliza, who's in 6th grade, and Sydney, who's in 2nd, whose father's a professor of political science here at OSU. And lastly, my kids, Benedict and Cordelia, a 6th and 4th grader respectively. The youth will be reading, as you can see, several of Dr. Seuss's books this afternoon, and I'm going to read some excerpts from his biography called Dr. Seuss and Mr. Geisel, Biography by Julie and Neil Morgan. There was another book that I wanted to try and read from, but there's so much going on that I decided to just stick with that. There's also going to be an opportunity at the end for everyone to read aloud today, so stay tuned for that. So, the National Education Association Read Across America is an annual reading motivation and awareness program that calls for every child in every community to celebrate reading on March 2nd, the birthday of our beloved children's author, Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss has held up well. Publishers Weekly in 2009 noted that he had 5 books in the top 25 sales of backlist books, led by Green Eggs and Ham at number 9 with over 500,000 copies sold that year. Also on the list were the Places You Will Go, The Cat in the Hat, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish, and Dr. Seuss's ABCs. And most of those even had better sales than the actual new titles that came out that year in the top 25. It was in May 1997 that a small reading task force at NEA came up with a big idea. Let's create a day to celebrate reading. We hold pep rallies to get kids excited about football. We assemble to remember that character counts. Why don't we do something to get kids excited about reading? Why don't we do something, what we can call it NEA's Read Across America, and we'll celebrate it on Dr. Seuss's birthday. And so was born on March 2nd, 1998, the largest celebration of reading this country had ever seen. In cities and towns across the nation, teachers, teenagers, librarians, politicians, actors, athletes, parents, grandparents, and others developed Read Across America activities to bring reading excitement to children of all ages. Governors, mayors, and other elected officials recognize the role reading plays in their communities with proclamations and floor statements. Athletes and actors issue reading challenges to young readers. And teachers and principals seem to be more than happy to dye their hair green or be duct taped to a wall if it's going to boost their students' reading. I was first exposed to Read Across America in 1999 while working as a special substitute, assisting with a library reading and automation project in Ewing, New Jersey. This was shortly before I started graduate school to pursue my second career as a librarian and archivist. The school librarian essentially held a day-long pajama party in the library cooking green eggs and ham for the students. Children are our future students here at OSU, as well as the future leaders and doers in our society. Motivating children to read is an important factor in student achievement and creating lifelong success. Research has shown that children who are motivated to and spend more time reading do better in school. To quote Dr. Seuss in I Can Read With My Eyes Shut, the more that you read, the more that you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you will go. And what better motivation to read and to instill the love of books than reading aloud to our children? I was intrigued when I first arrived here at OSU over 5 years ago that we have this Read Aloud program here in the university libraries. Because not only do I read aloud to my kids, but I have read aloud for years to my wife, albeit as a means to put her to sleep, so I'm not sure what that says about my reading abilities. The sad part is that as my children are getting older and busier, there's less time for us to read aloud together, although that reading is now shared amongst us and not just by myself. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to my son Benedict, who will regale us with Hop on Pop, which is something that usually happens on Saturday mornings before the tickle fight.
Up, pup, pup is up. Cup, pup, pup in cup. Pup, cup, cup on pup. Mouse, house, mouse on house. House, mouse, house on mouse. All tall, we all are tall. All small, we all are small. All ball, we all play ball. Ball, wall, on a wall. All fall off the wall. Day, play, we play all day. Night, fight, we fight all night. He, me, he's after me. Him, Jim, Jim's after him. C, B, we see a bee. C, B, 3, now we see 3. 3, tree, 3 fish in a tree. Fish in a tree, how can that be? Red, red, they call me Red. Red, bed, I'm in a bed. Red, Ned, Ted, and Ed in a bed. Pat, Pat, they call him Pat. Pat sat on a hat. Pat, cat, Pat sat on a cat. Pat, bat, Pat sat on a bat. No, Pat, no, don't sit on that. Sad, dad, bad, had. Dad is sad, very, very sad. He had a bad day. What a day Dad had. Thing, what is that thing? Thing, sing, that thing can sing. Song, long, a long, long song. Goodbye, thing, you sing too long. Walk, walk, we like to walk. Walk, talk, we like to talk. Hop, pop, we like to hop. We like to hop on top of Pop. Stop, you must not hop on top of Pop. Mr. Brown, Mrs. Brown. Mr. Brown is upside down. Pop up, Brown down. Pop down, where's Brown? Where is Brown? There is Brown. Mr. Brown is out of town. Back, black, Brown came back. Brown came back with Mr. Black. Snack, snack, eat a snack with Brown and Black. Jump, bump, he jumped, he bumped. Fast, past, he went past fast. Went, tent, sent, he went in the tent. I sent him out of the tent. Wet, get, 2 dogs get wet. Help, yelp, they yelp for help. Will, hill, Will went up a hill. Will, hill, still. Will is uphill still. Father, mother, sister, brother. That one is my other brother. My brother read a little bit, little words like if and it. My father can read big words too, like Constantinople and Timbuktu. Say, what does this say? Ask me tomorrow, but not today.